One of the big ones in this region was Georgia, and that after the hostilities ended, it's another Saturday event where my staff started working. We have 3 areas around the world that have kind of excess equipment, low-end stuff, cots, blankets, tents, food, humanitarian health equipment. And so on the Saturday after hostilities stopped in Georgia, and Albany, Georgia is one of those facilities, and 33 semi-trucks with equipment started transiting up the East Coast to various airlift sites, and we shipped $17 million worth of equipment to Georgia of that, and that was done very, very rapidly by my staff, and so it was neat to watch that happen to help people in need. Additionally, we've done everything from Haiti to China to Burma, the Philippines, and so it's a well exercised staff and execution function that does that, and I'm very proud of the people that do. It depends. So no, the answer is no. Humanitarian assistance, if that's the context of the question, is a little bit unique. We get appropriations for the Congress, but depending on how bad the disaster is, depends on what happens. In some cases, there will be insufficient funds there. Congress really believes strongly in this program, and if needed, they'll act rapidly to either reauthorize funds or allow defense and or state to reprogram funds to respond to the disaster. If you look back at the last 3 directors, all good guys with different, not about me, but my predecessors, good guys and different skill sets. General Walters had more of acquisition background, and so he brought in some of those. General Kohler had a kind of slightly different perspective, operator, good insight of the security cooperation arena, deeper than I had in that one. As we transition, one of the big challenges for the agency is our IT systems. Our business systems are 2 to 3 decades old, and they need to be upgraded. And that was one of the top turnover items for General Kohler. He said, I intended to get to that on my tour. He said, you're really well equipped to challenge this, to deal with this acquisition challenge and bring our IT systems into this century. That's critically important. Additionally, some of the business systems. One of the biggest gifts General Kohler gave me was money, meaning that the trust fund in 2005 started going back up. It had been projected to potentially go to 0 in the 2007-2009 timeframe. That can't happen because by law we operate at no profit or loss to the taxpayer. So the trust fund pays for not only the administration overhead for DSCA, but the Army, Navy, Air Force. We have a legal school that helps countries with rule of law. We also have another school that helps countries and our own people understand how the FMS process works. And so this fund, as a byproduct of sales, covers that. And that fund is very healthy right now financially. That means that I can start to increase the staff at the Army, Navy, and Air Force, and as well fix some of these information technology challenges that we've had in the past. So our leaders in our government are starting to appreciate more and more if you can build relationships and do the soft power or soft engagement, that'll prevent a later conflict that's really, really expensive. It's the worst possible outcome because, I think General Powell said, once you broke it, you bought it, and it's difficult to predict outcomes. And so, of the past, of least resort of a kinetic outcome, not good. So let's build relationships. What can I do to enhance security? Marshall Center key here of young folks here that'll be future leaders, and so outside of the U.S. The U.S. can't do it all. What if any one of these two countries had some unpredicted tension in the future? Wouldn't it be wonderful if the two knew each other, much like that phone call that I talked about of Admiral Fallon to me of, hey, I need your help, and the ability to have people that have trust and the speed of trust to have two entities work together that trust the other person on the end of the phone that's there.